Hey everyone, what is up and welcome back to the channel. I'm Heather.
And I'm Casey.
And today we're going to be trying everything we could find at our local German bakery. All the desserts.
Dessert-wise.
Specifically, yes. They had a lot of bread too. So maybe we'll do eventually trying all the breads. But today is all the sweet stuff.
Today's the day I have a heart attack.
Today is the day that we've got the AED on standby. I should have left my heart rate monitor on.
Oh, yeah.
Probably see if my heart rate starts picking up.
I think it would start to slow down.
Start to slow down,
Yeah.
crash. If you guys are new to the channel, we do a lot of life in Germany content. We are two Americans living in Germany. We do a little bit of travel content. We like theme parks. We just like having fun, trying everything, seeing historical places. So feel free to come along for the journey and consider subscribing. Give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel more than you know, and we love connecting with all of you down in the comments. So I don't even know where to start.
There's a lot going on here.
There is a lot going on here.
Which one are you most excited for?
Oh gosh, I
Start with that.
don't know. It's hard because I don't know what's really in some of them. Kind of interested in this maybe because it has like almonds on it, and I do like almond a lot. I don't know. What about you?
I think I'm probably most excited for the chocolate one,
It looks
maybe.
pretty good too.
But I'm kind of most curious about like this raspberry one. 'Cause I don't
Those are
think
the
I've
ones-
ever had anything like that.
I don't either, but I don't typically like Jell-O with fruit in it, so I'm the most nervous about those.
I'm looking forward to it. I like fruit in like ice cream and cakes and stuff, I think. So.
Yeah, I mean, we are going to try everything. So, and if there's anything traditionally German dessert-wise that you think we just have to try while we're here, we want to know that too, because we want to try it.
Yeah, for sure.
So, just pick something and we'll get going.
So we're starting with the apple strudel.
I'm sure they thought we were nuts when we went into the bakery and just kept saying one of everything.
Yeah, she looked kind of confused. The lady that worked there at first when we just said one of everything. Exactly what we mean.
Literally every dessert you have. All right, so he has cut up we're pretty sure it's apple strudel.
It's definitely got like almonds in it too.
Yeah, yours.
Or is that raisins?
I don't know, maybe
Oh,
raisins.
it's raisins, yeah.
Oh, I didn't get any in my piece.
Do you want some?
No, thank you.
Do you not like raisins?
I'm not a big raisin person.
Let's see, is this apple?
I don't know, now I'm curious.
No, there's an apple. I kind of like the raisins in it.
Really?
Yeah, it's not bad.
I'm trying to decide what I think. I don't dislike it. I do think the flavors are good. I think maybe heated. I would like it better.
I was gonna say the one we had in the restaurant
Was heated.
was heated, and I definitely like that one more.
Yeah, and it was with ice cream too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that normal? Is it normally heated? Is this something we should have heated up first? I'm not sure. I mean, it was out unheated, but maybe sometimes you pick it up at the bakery and then heat it up at home. I think the flavors are pretty good though. I think I would just like it better heated.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the little crumble and the sugar. Flavors are good, but we have a lot of desserts to eat, so I'm trying to take little bites because we're doing dessert and then dinner. We're thinking.
And then probably dessert again.
And then probably dessert again. So moving on to the next little bit here. Let's try this donut looking. I know it's not a donut. I don't know if this is something we have back in the States. Some of these might be. I don't think Americans are big into going to pastry shops, generally speaking. I'm sure some people are, but so really a lot of this kind of stuff will be new for me.
Trying to see what is really inside this. Some kind of like mousse filling.
Okay, so this is a little different than what I thought from looking from the outside. I didn't expect it to be that kind of moussey filling between the cookie and the chocolate shell. So
Yeah.
it's kind of fluffy with like a cookie crunch almost at the bottom.
Is it like a peanut flavor?
Yeah, I was wondering that. It's almost
it's
got
like a peanut brittle-y.
Yeah, like a peanut butter cuppy kind of. I was wondering if I was picking up a little peanut in that too.
I really like that.
I'm gonna finish this piece. I can't figure out if it's a peanut flavor or just a nuttiness.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure, but there's definitely a kick of like a nuttiness to this. That's really good. I could eat that whole thing. I won't on camera.
I might.
Hide it away. Put it in the cubby. All right. Next up is some kind of chocolatey muffin. Moment of truth. We're gonna see if there's anything filled in there.
Looks like a lot of chocolate.
Lot of chocolate. I'm not mad about it.
Right?
Yep. It looks messy and yummy.
It tastes more like chocolate cake than chocolate muffin to me.
It tastes like heaven to me.
No, I mean, it's delicious.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's a muffin. I think it's cake.
It kind of rides that line in between the two.
It's like a piece of chocolate cake shaped like a muffin.
It is really good. I think everything we've had, I have liked better and better so far. We're on like an upward hill right now. That's my favorite one.
I would give the last one a leg up on that. I would choose that before I chose this.
I think I like this one better because it seems like a dark chocolate to me, so it's a little less sweet. You all know if you've been on this channel, if you've watched any of our food stuff, which I'll leave something linked here, but I like the slightly less sweet, generally speaking. So when it's got that dark chocolate and that little kick of like bitterness, I like it.
That is really good though.
It's really good.
Yeah. On to the next one.
On to the next one. Okay, so we're going to be trying these two next. I'm looking at my photos, but the thing is, a lot of the displays that were at the bakery had multiple things on it. And we don't think that the tray this is on is what this is, because it says Obsttorte, comma, Hill. So I don't think that's a tort. I'm assuming that's supposed to be a tort. I don't think that's a tort. So we're not sure.
That's what that is.
Yeah, because this is sitting on there too. So this one wasn't on something with the name. Neither of these. They were both over there. So if anybody knows if any of these are traditional and you know, hey, this is that, let us know. It looks, this one we're about to cut into looks kind of flaky. It's got a flaky top, some whipped cream, a cherry on top, and then it's got this very fluffy, whipped kind of filling with what looks like a cherry filling at the bottom or something too.
Yeah.
And then more flakiness.
If I try to cut it, it's just gonna smush it.
Okay, so we're just gonna have to just dig into this one, I think. I don't even know. It's so messy. Oh my gosh. How do we eat this?
Got it?
Yeah.
No.
It's not ready.
All right. I like the cherries. The croissant's really good once you get it in your mouth, but it's really kind of hard to cut because it's not like it's hard, but it's harder than the filling. So when you try to cut through it, it kind of just smashes it.
The filling comes puffing out the side.
Yeah. I'm gonna go for another bite though.
That's really good. That's also really good. It's a good combo of like sweet and savory. Like having that croissant kind of again cuts that sweetness a little bit, so it's not overly powering in the sweet area.
What do you think this is?
I think it's a heavy whipping cream of some sort, maybe with
Yeah, it tastes like whipped cream.
added sweetness. That's really yum.
It is really yum. I gotta stop. I'm gonna keep eating it.
Yeah, that's gonna be gone by tonight, 100%. That'll be gone.
We can't give that one away because it doesn't look very pretty anymore.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, we were talking about trying to share with some friends after the fact, and this whole tray is probably not getting shared.
Yeah, that one's just gonna have to be in us.
Yeah. The next one we've got here appears to be, again, it was on a tray with multiple things, but it looks like 2 layers of just kind of your classic white or yellow cake with almond shavings and glaze on top, and then some sort of a filling. This looks thicker than a whipped cream to me, or like a heavy whipping cream. It doesn't look like that to me. It looks a little denser than that.
It's just a squishy though.
2-person job. Just go ahead and take a bite, then you can help me. It's fine.
Okay.
I'm stuck in the cake right now.
I like it. It's definitely a lot less on the sweet side though.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a super sweet cake.
No, the filling reminds me of Swiss meringue buttercream. It's like a buttercream that's a more buttery icing. It's a more butter flavor versus powdered sugar.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it reminds me of. I didn't bake this kind of stuff, but
it looks like butter.
It does look like butter. You can usually tell with those Swiss meringues too, because they do go a little yellow, usually because of the butter content. It's good though. Again, I like the less sweet. I think if I ate that more, it would become addicting with each bite, more and more addicting.
Yeah, if you don't like a sweet cake,
Mm-hmm.
or if you don't want something super sweet, that is definitely the dessert to go with.
Yeah, and I really like the almond shavings on top too. Yeah. Super good. We've made it to the beautiful tray of cake goodness.
It looks pretty good.
We think this one was called crème crans, maybe. So we're gonna just kind of work our way across this way. We think it might be easiest. This is really compacted in here in a very intense way. So let's keep eating cake. All right, so this one looks again kind of like a classic cake, traditional either white, yellow, something almond maybe cake. And then we've got, it's still a very light looking icing on the outside with some...
It looks kind of like a whipped cream ice cream.
Yeah. And do you think those are peanuts? No, walnuts? I can't tell what kind of nut. There's some kind of nut crumble and also some very light fruit filling, maybe raspberry?
Yeah, I'm thinking raspberry.
Yeah. All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm. What kind of fruit do you think that is?
Raspberry.
Raspberry?
Mm-hmm. It's a little too sweet for me again, I think. But it's light. It's not a heavy cake with sweetness. It's almost reminds you of angel food cake a little bit.
Not super dense.
Mm-hmm.
I like the fruit in it. I like the raspberry.
I like the raspberry. I really like raspberry. Probably one of my favorites in desserts.
I don't think it's too sweet for me either.
He's just going to keep going. That crumble's really nice too.
Yeah.
I might need to reevaluate this. I need to evaluate. This is for science.
Yeah, you gotta get the full experience. What's your
I
thoughts?
stand by what I said.
Yeah.
It's a little too sweet for me, but it's nice and light. It's not like heavy and then sweet and then, you know, I still think that would be really good for a lot of people because it's not so heavy with it being so sweet.
Yeah.
All right, so next we're gonna try this one right here that he has been anxiously waiting for. It's looks like a chocolate torte cake of some sort. It's got a little label on top. It says Sasha Torte.
Sasha Torte?
I don't know if I'm saying that properly, but it's got those torted layers. So that's probably what the torte is actually about, is the torted layers.
It's a good guess.
Yeah. I made cakes for a while, can you tell?
You should probably just cut that out.
I should probably just cut that out. We're excited to try this one, and it looks beautiful. We've seen, actually, when we've been out and about, I think we've seen quite a few like chocolate torted cakes like this, so I think this might be really popular.
I'm excited about this one. This one looks really good. I'm a sucker
It looks good.
for anything chocolate.
Are you ready?
I am.
Oh, I guess I need to get that chocolate piece on the top.
Not a fan?
That's my least favorite so far.
Yeah, I'm kind of let down by that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the cake's kind of crumbly.
It's very dry.
Yeah. Not super moist.
Very dry and then also very sweet again.
Yeah. And it's disappointing because I was really looking forward to that one.
I know, me too. It's got a little nuttiness again too. I can't tell if that's in that kind of moussey filling.
I feel like is it in the cake?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can see little nuts in there. Yeah.
I'm not blaming the cake. I bet this is really good when it's like fresh and warm. This probably just isn't like the best one out there, but it's just too dry. It's too dry and it's too sweet.
I'm sad now.
Have another piece of cake and be happy.
All right. On to the next.
Okay, on to the next one. All right, our tray is getting increasingly messy. So we're trying this one next. The next two are the two I'm probably most excited about. This one says champagne. And again, you've got those pretty torted layers. You've got kind of a sprinkling on the back. This nice little champagne chocolate on the top.
Oh, is that chocolate?
Yeah.
Are you going to eat that?
You can have it.
Oh, okay.
This looks really good. Those torted layers look perfect. They're nice and thin. And you've got the even amount of icing in between, even though I actually like less icing. But in terms of aesthetically pleasing, it looks perfect.
It does look pretty good. Let's see what this little chocolate guy tastes like.
I hope chocolate. You're not eating plastic right now, right?
I hope not. If it's plastic, it's the most delicious plastic I've ever had.
Well, that's good.
If it's chocolate, it's
at least if you go down
not my
tonight,
favorite
you went out
type of chocolate.
eating something you like.
It's super dark.
Oh, a very dark chocolate?
Yeah, super dark chocolate.
I probably would have liked it then.
You probably would have. But you didn't get it, so.
I didn't get it.
Ooh, that just like falls apart.
Oh, I knew it. I got my eyeballs for these things.
That's a very soft, spongy cake.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna like it.
I like the sprinkles on it too. Hopefully those taste good.
Bon appetit.
It's like an angel food cake. So that reminds me of, you probably know more about the icing than I do. I don't know what kind of icing is that.
It tastes like a really light buttercream. I think it is buttercream, but it's very light. The cake itself, I'm assuming there's champagne in it, and it tastes like there's champagne in it to me. I can taste that just little, almost like kick of it, and almost like I don't want to say fizziness. I don't know if that's quite right, but that little thing that aftertaste you get with champagne. It's very subtle, but I do think that's in there. I like it, but again, the cake's a little dry for me. The flavors are good.
Yeah, I really like the flavor and the lightness to it.
The lightness, yeah, it's again on the buttercream, a little bit more butter than sugar.
Yeah, there's a lot of buttercream in between each layer.
Yeah. Moving on to this one. So this is probably the slice I've been waiting for the most. This one and the last one both were on a display that said creme torta. So I think that's basically just like a torted cake, maybe.
With a cream filling, whipped cream filling?
Yeah, some kind of, yeah. This one's got almonds on it. Sorry for our messy tray here, but it's got kind of this, almost like a light brown with, it looks almost like vanilla, like flecks of vanilla in it. Those little kind of dotting, like pieces. You know what I'm saying? In the icing?
Yeah.
You know what vanilla bean? That's kind of what it looks like. Vanilla bean. It could be coffee though. I mean, I don't think it is, but cinnamon, something along those lines. And then on top there is some kind of a nut. So I'm not really sure what's actually in this the more I examine it, but we are going to try it.
All right, you want some of the nuts on top?
Yeah.
She's
Oh
a
my
nut.
goodness, our cat is getting very upset that we are eating in here without her.
Since this is the one you were most excited about, do you want the nut?
No, it's okay. I'm good.
Don't
This
want the
feels
nut.
very soft, this cake though, so I'm hoping here for it to be
I'm gonna try the
a
nut.
moister cake. Is it hazelnut?
Yeah. I think it was a hazelnut.
I think it was a hazelnut too. This cake is yum.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
That one's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Like the nuttiness offsets the sweetness.
It
It's
does.
not super sweet.
And I do think there's a little vanilla bean in there too. Every once in a while, you can kind of see these darker spots. It's like I get a kick of vanilla when I have that. So I think there's some vanilla in it, hazelnut. I don't know what else, but man, that's really good. It's that right balance again between sweet and like not too sweet, but not underly sweet. Underly? I speak English properly, I swear.
You don't speak German.
Ich spreche kein Deutsch.
9.
Ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch.
9.
Ja, jawohl, genau. That and the muffin have been my favorite so far.
That wasn't a
It's
muffin.
the wannabe muffin. It wants to be a muffin when
That
it
was
grows
a
up.
piece of chocolate cake.
Whatever, it was good.
It was good, but it was not a muffin.
Okay, so the next one is, it says it's Apfeltorte, but everything has said tort, so we really don't know anymore. But it's got a flaky kind of pastry top and then just filled with apples. And
That looks like an apple pie.
some kind of crumbling through it too, but I can't
Yeah.
really tell what that is.
I don't know what that is.
It looks kind of marzipan-y, but I don't know.
It tasted like apple, but it's just been sitting in a bunch of apples.
That's true. Well, let's try the whole thing in
All right.
context. These are the ones I'm most nervous about. I don't tend to enjoy things with big chunks of fruit in it on desserts. I like fruit by itself. I like cake by itself. Also, if you have a favorite dessert, I want to know. We want to know. Let us know down in the comments what that is. What's your favorite dessert? Or couple desserts? Name a couple. Favorite all time.
I don't know. It's not really a dessert, but I really like blueberry muffins. Is that a dessert?
I mean, it can be a dessert. I don't see why not.
And then any kind of chocolate, like lava cake with ice cream. I love like the hot and cold contrast.
I bet he could guess. I probably have a couple too, but my main one I bet he can guess.
With Knoppers? What?
My favorite dessert of all time?
Favorite dessert? Macaroons?
That's one of them. That wasn't the one I had on my brain, but yes. You gotta figure it out, husband.
Oh, what, pumpkin pie?
Yes!
Oh, okay.
Pumpkin pie. One of the greatest of all time. Goat dessert.
I haven't seen any of that here.
I don't think pumpkin pie is big here. I don't even think
so.
pumpkin's super big here. I haven't seen a ton. I mean, I know it's not really that season either, but I haven't seen a bunch of pumpkin products here. You
Yeah.
kind of see it all the time back in the States, even off season.
Hmm.
So yeah, pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin
if you've
pie.
never had it, highly recommend.
I do
All
like
right.
pumpkin pie too.
Yeah, and pumpkin bread and anything with pumpkin in it.
Dig in.
Dig in. Okay, I'm scared. Ooh, this isn't my thing, y'all.
Well, what are your thoughts? I can see you shaking your head over there.
This is a bad time. I'm having a bad time.
I don't mind it. I like apple though, like apple anything.
If I just had the flavor but not the texture, I think it would be good. I do not like chunks of fruit combined with cake. I just don't like it.
It has like some cinnamon spice on it, and I really like spiced apples.
Yeah. If anybody knows what that might be, let us know. This is probably not the best thing for me to try and really take in every piece because
I think that's almond.
it could be almond.
I think it's the little chunks. I think it's like chopped up almond.
Mm-hmm. I could see that.
Now that I taste it by itself again, that's what that tastes like to me. But the consistency's a little weird. I don't mind the flavor though.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I think if I just had those flavors in something without the texture, I don't mind the flavors.
Yeah.
Like I said, I just don't enjoy that crunch with like a soft dessert thing that you get with a lot of fruits or like the gelatin consistency. It's just not my thing. But flavor-wise, I think if you do enjoy that you would probably really like it. Like flavor-wise, I think it's very good. And the pastry seemed well cooked. All right, so the next one on our very messy tray here was on a display called Obsttorte. So again, I don't know. I don't think they were all completely accurate. It looks like a layer of cake with a layer of some sort of a...
It looks like the fruit
cream?
cups.
Yeah, it does.
The like mixed fruit cups that you get like from like the grocery store that's like already kind of pre-mixed with like the grapes and the peaches and the pears.
It does.
It looks like that's just like dumped on top with some kind of gelatin.
Yeah, it does. And then there's like another kind of cream layer of some sort. So Casey's probably going to be a better judge of these than me since, like I said, these are the ones that just tend to not be my thing. But all right. And then there was one lonely slice of cake left after this. But here we go. Well, I don't think that's as bad as I thought it would be for me.
Wow.
I still wouldn't go get this for me. It's again, the texture thing is not my thing. But the flavors on that actually really work well together, I think.
Yeah. I kind of like it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't mind it. Probably not my favorite because it's definitely just like those mixed fruit cups that you buy from the grocery store dumped on top with some kind of gelatin on top of a cake.
Yeah. Because I tend to not like the whole fruit mixed with the cake, mixed with that stuff, I just didn't expect the flavors to come together so well. I actually do think the flavors work really nicely. It's just a texture thing for me at that point. So yeah, I actually think if that were my thing, I'd prefer this to the last one.
Oh, I definitely take this over the last one.
Yeah. So, all right, we got one more. The good thing here is raspberries are involved. So...
now I'm most excited about that one because the chocolate one let me down.
Yeah, and raspberries, we both do like raspberries. And you see this raspberry goodness? So this one's got about an even layer of cake with a thinner layer of some sort of an icing or whipped filling. The raspberry gelatin top is about even with the cake, and then there's some maybe shaved almonds again on the back.
Yeah.
Well, it's gonna be soft cake. That I can tell. All right, ready to go.
Instantly. That's my favorite, hands down.
Mm-hmm. That reminds me of a little bit of like a strawberry shortcake if it were raspberries.
Yeah, I can see that.
The gelatin's softer.
Yeah, it really just kind of holds like the raspberries in place for you to scoop it and eat it, but it doesn't really feel or taste like you're eating Jell-O.
Yeah, did you ever have like strawberries in glaze as a kid? Did you guys ever buy like the strawberry glaze?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Well, back home in the States, there is like a strawberry glaze packet you can buy. And I don't remember what we made with them as kids, but I remember being at my grandparents' and we would have the strawberries with the glaze, and it was runnier. It wasn't like a Jell-O. It was runnier. And something about the consistency on this raspberry one is less congealed than the other one to me. So it acts more like a glaze to me than the last one does. So I don't mind that as much.
It's like almost like a little runnier.
Yeah, it's a looser mixture.
I'm sorry, you're not getting any more of this.
That's okay, I'll keep my chocolate muffin.
You can keep the chocolate cake. The raspberries taste super fresh to me.
Yes,
like
I
taste
agree.
Like wild picked raspberries.
Yes, I agree.
Those are so good.
Really good. Yeah, that one I could actually eat, I think, because it's more like a glaze, so it doesn't feel like a separate texture. It feels more part of the rest of the cake.
No, you're not getting any more.
Well, you know, married life is compromise, so you can have it.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
All right, so out of all of these, let's pick a favorite and a least favorite. starting with our least favorite.
My least favorite is probably, it's a toss-up. Okay, I've got the answer here. It's a toss-up for me between the Apfeltorte / apple pie and the chocolate, because the chocolate was just so dry.
But if you had to pick one, because I'm kind of between those two as well.
I think I'd have to pick the chocolate maybe as last, just because I think it's just a matter of the cake is dry. You know, where the other one, it's not like anything's wrong with it. It's just not my thing.
I think I would go the other way. I would pick the apple tort to be my least favorite. There's just...
Well, you're wrong. You're just wrong.
I'm not wrong.
I'm just kidding.
I'm always right. I like spiced apple, but it's so chunky, and it's just not like a dessert to me. I don't know.
All right, well, let's move on to the good stuff. What was your favorite?
Well, that's a no-brainer. That's the raspberry.
The one that's still in front of him alone?
The thing that I'm still snacking on in between shots.
I really liked the 2-layer cake with the, it's sitting in front of us over here, the 2-layer cake with the kind of buttery whipped filling and the almond shavings.
Yeah.
Liked that one. I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but I liked that one a lot. I liked this one a lot, this mystery hazelnut thing, but I still... Oh, and I like the cookie thing, but I still think the chocolate muffin wins for me.
The chocolate cake?
It's really good. Yeah, it's really good. So yes, this has been a lot of fun. I mean...
It was definitely tasty.
Eating dessert is not exactly a chore.
No, we should do more videos like this.
We should do more videos like this, and we'd really like to try some of the breads and stuff too, because every time we've had fresh bread from a bakery, every time we've had fresh bread from a bakery here, it's been really good, but we just kind of pick something. So it'd be nice to kind of really go through them methodically and maybe find certain types that we really, really like that we'll go back for.
Yeah.
Instead of just, you know, taking a stab in the dark and just...
I really just, when I get bread, it's like, it's a visual thing for me.
Yeah, I can see that.
I just look and see which one looks the tastiest to
Yeah.
me, and then that's the one I go with. But we probably don't try enough.
Yeah. Also, thank you to everyone in the comments that kind of told us in the past about the whole spelt / Dinkel bread and Dinkel products, because we didn't know that they were so hard to like genetically modify, and that's something you don't hear a lot about in the States. And so we've been trying a lot of the spelt products, spelt bread, spelt pasta, and we really like it. So
Yeah.
that's one that we do know that we like, but we'd like to try out more of the breads and stuff, I think, too.
Yeah, for sure.
So we hope you enjoyed this video. Again, please give it a thumbs up if you do. It really does help the channel, and we appreciate it more than you know. We hope you guys have a great rest of the week. We will be posting another video, and we're going to go ahead and spoiler alert. It's going to be at Efteling theme park up in the Netherlands. We had a really great time, so stay tuned for that, and we will see you guys in the next video. Bye!
Bye.